We're gonna talk about why I bought a sport bike. I'm buying this bike for the channel. You know, those weren't my intentions. I'm gonna share something with you. Very, very, very personal. I think this is the most vulnerable that I've ever been on here. The most personal that I've ever gotten with you guys. All right, we're gonna talk about why I bought a sport bike. This is my 2025 BMW S1000RR. If you watch the channel, you know that this channel revolves around Harley Davidson content and Indian content at times, mainly cruiser stuff. And you must be wondering, why the hell did this guy get a sport bike? Can we do a quick little walk around by the bike first though? Just the beauty. Beauty, beauty, beauty. We are up around the Bear Mountain area. Nice chilly day today, around 60 degrees or so. Not too bad. Now, the answer to your question, why I bought a sport bike, right? All right. I've always wanted a sport bike, always. It's just something that since I was a little kid, that I always wanted a sport bike. I had toys of different sport bikes, and as a kid, growing up, I always said, well, when I get older, I'm gonna buy a sport bike. I'm gonna, you know, whatever, blah, 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 blah. And I ended up getting into Harley Davidsons and going down that rabbit hole, and we're still here. But I don't know, it was, I wanted to just do it now. I'm in a time and I'm in a place in my life where I'm able to do it. I could afford to do it. Just to, you know, the fact that I'm able to add a secondary bike, let alone this bike, because this bike is a beast. And it's a pretty expensive bike. So humbled by that, thankful by that. I'm super happy that I'm able to have basically the best cruiser out there and basically the best sport bike out there. This is fun. Just the way this bike handles the twisties. Just great. Now, my dream bike is this bike. Has always been this bike. Since this bike was released back in 2008 or 2009 or so, believe me, I had the magazines, I had the posters in my room. Because I wanted it, man. It was one of those things where you just dream about. You put the poster up as a kid and it's like, one day I'm gonna have that. And today we have it. Now, I'm in my mid-30s, right? I said, you know what? Why not? Why not now? What am I gonna do? Wait another 5 to 10 years to the point where I might not be so comfortable riding a sport bike? I'm talking about comfort, that this is probably the most comfortable leader bike on the market. It's pretty comfortable. Yeah, I didn't want to have that regret later on. It's funny, I was just on top of the mountain right now. Some guy pulls up and he's like, oh man, beautiful bike. It's gorgeous. I've always wanted a bike, but I never got one because my mom always told me, you know, bikes are dangerous, and people always told me, and my girlfriend told me, and yeah, man, now I'm older and never bought it. I'm like, yeah, that's actually one of the reasons why I bought this bike, because I don't want to have any regrets later on. When I'm way older and I'm looking at younger people having fun, and I'm, no, I'm gonna do it. If I'm able to, I'm comfortable and I'm in a good place in my life right now where I could afford to do it and I'm able to do it, why not, man? Life is too short. I'll tell you that, man. Life is too short to be stressing about things that are out of your control. And life is too short to be stressing about things that you could have done, but you didn't. Quick shifter on here, so smooth, man. I love it. This bike is an absolute missile, let me tell you. I mean, I told you that this is my dream bike, but I love the design about this bike. Why is it my dream bike? Because I love the way it looks. There's plenty of other good bikes out there. I was looking at other bikes when I bought this bike. We might leave that for another video. But I was looking at 2 or 3 other contenders, and this one just took it. I mean, I had to go for my first instinct. But there's a ton of beautiful bikes out there. But the body language on this bike, the big new wiglets are awesome. It's just beautiful design. I feel like BMW just knocked it out of the park once again, like they always do on everything, on their motorcycles, on their cars. I'm a huge BMW fan, man. I've had 2 X5s in my past. My first X5, let me tell you something, I had it when I was 19 years old. Yeah, 19 years old with basically a brand new BMW X5, and I absolutely love that thing. Then I bought another one. Then I bought the 4.0, which was the 8-cylinder with staggered wheels. Absolute beast of a truck. Like, it was fun. So I've always been into the brand. I love the brand, and I'm happy that I got the motorcycle. Now, some of you might be saying, well, you're so comfortable on your Harley, on your cruiser. Why would you want to get on this and be hunched over and be uncomfortable? Like I was saying, like, this is, like, our sport bike's uncomfortable? Absolutely, yes. But this is literally the most comfortable leader bike there is. The riding position, the riding triangle. It's actually pretty comfortable to ride. A few little key factors about it: the heated grips, the hill assist, the quick throttle, all the amenities that come with, all the tech that it comes with. Just an absolute beast of a bike. It's the best of the best. Like, and a lot of people talk so much shit about this bike because they were like, oh well, the bike is so good that it's boring. The bike it's perfection, and I feel like that's such a stupid remark at times when I hear people say that. Like, oh, the bike is soulless. It's just too perfect. Why? You're literally complaining about perfection. Yeah, people do that. It's just mind-blowing the way people think sometimes. Honestly, like, I've been on this bike all day and I'm fine. There's days where I'll get home and I won't have any back pains or anything like that. Yeah, she's really fun to ride. Now, the channel primarily revolves around my Harley content. We're not going to be changing that. That's the channel. That's what I'm known for. So it's not like we're changing the formula now, where it's like, hey, we're going to have all this sport bike content now and that's it. No. I saw a comment, they were like, oh, this is going to become a sport bike channel now. But no, it's not. It's primarily all Harley Davidson content, basically, with a little bit of Indian sprinkled here and there. And now we got the sport bike. But and I'm happy I brought that up right now. Actually, I didn't even thought about that, but I didn't buy the bike with the intention of, hey, I'm buying this bike for the channel. Those weren't my intentions. because I could really care less. Like I said, like, most people who watch the channel are here for the Harley Davidson content. So me wanting to get a sport bike to add more content, it's just no, it wasn't for that. I literally bought this bike because I wanted it. I really wanted it. And yes, I'm gonna be posting the videos here and there. If you want to watch, cool. If you don't care, cool. But just before someone out there says, oh look, he's going a different direction, no, it's not for that. Even, might I add, at first I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get the bike, I'm not even gonna be making videos on it. I'm just gonna literally buy the bike and I'm gonna ride it just to ride it and not film it. I don't care. But then I was like, whatever, let me just make a video and whatever, you know. But honestly, my first initial thoughts wasn't to film any of my riding on the BMW at all. So here we are. I was like, whatever. Like this is what I do. This is my hobby. I love creating content. This is just good documentation for me as well. And yeah, we're here now, man. And let me tell you, it's so beautiful out here today. The weather is like super cool, so it's just a perfect day to ride. Another thing this bike has is cruise control, which I absolutely love. I haven't used cruise control on this bike yet. We haven't really taken it on super crazy long miles, but soon enough we will. I mean, I don't know if we will, because that's what my other bike is for. My other bike is for the long haul. This is for like fun. Let me get out this weekend. I just want to have fun in the twisties. Let me, you know, crank the throttle a bit and basically that. Have been so toasty today. I've had the heated grips set on level 1 and it's like the perfect little feeling. It's like nice little toasty, damn, I don't even know how to explain it. It's just, it feels awesome. Now, the last reason why I wanted to buy a sport bike was because I wanted a secondary bike, but I also wanted something totally opposite from what I had. I just wanted something totally different, man. I love to have the option now where if I open my garage, if I want to get on my cruiser and go for a chill cruiser ride, even though on that bike I really don't chill because that lowrider SC is a beast. But if I want to get on my cruiser, I get on that, right? And now I have the option where if I want to get on a sport bike and do this type of riding, I do this. And I just love the fact that I have an option. It's awesome. Because we have multiple bikes and it's like very repetitive of what we have. I've been there. I've had 2 to 3 bikes at times and pretty much all very similar. And it was like, why do I have 2 to 3 bikes and they're all just so similar, right? So I didn't want to have that feeling now. I love the option now that both of my bikes are so different. Riding styles are different, performance is different, looks totally opposite. It's just great, man. It's a great feeling to have. Once again, I'm humbled. But you know what? I work hard. I work really hard to kind of have my toys and, you know, splurge a little here and there, if you want to say that. But I work hard and I deserve it, man. Like I was saying before, life is short, man. Life is short. Lately I've been doing a lot of thinking and just looking at things from a different angle, from a different eye, when it comes to work, especially now that we brought up work. When it comes to work and the quality of life that I have and the work balance that I want to have, right? I've been doing just like a lot of soul searching and thinking, and I want to spend more time with my family, more time with you know, more time with my kids and just enjoy that, because before you know it, like a blink of an eye, like your kids all grown up, and then you just lost on different chances, different opportunities, or just the simplest things to even look at one of your kids do something funny or say something funny or whatever it may be. The most simplest little thing, just to me, it's just worth $1 million, man. $1 million. Like, I'm gonna share something with you, very, very, very personal, and then we'll cut the video. So if you want to stay for the personal part, cool. No, whatever. Last week I had a huge visit at my job from Spain. My company is based out of Spain, so we get a lot of visits from Spain, and also because where I work at is like the flagship for everything, and it's the busiest location in the whole state of New Jersey. So we get frequent big visits. Anyways, that day we had a huge visit. My son had like a spring concert that day, and the visit time was going into that time, and I was like, you know what, like, I need to leave right on time because I need to make it to my kid's concert. I'm not gonna miss that for nothing. I don't care. It is what it is, right? And that's what I did. Like, it was like mid-visit, I'm like, hey, I am so sorry, I need to excuse myself, but as I let my team know already, I had to leave right on time today in order to make it to my son's concert, which I can't miss. They totally understood, you know, it was fine, it was cool. But I left and I went to the concert, and during the concert, they were performing all these songs from movies, and I love Toy Story. Toy Story is probably one of my favorite movies ever. And the song, you got a friend in me, right? I sing that to my little one all the time. Like, he knows that's me, right? So it's so funny. So the class before his class started singing that song. And where I was seated in the auditorium, we could see each other. He was like 5 seats and all the way to the left of me on that side, but we could see each other. And it was so funny because as soon as that song came on, I looked back and he looked at me and we made eye contact. And you know when you could just communicate with someone through just a look? It was a communication like, hey, that's your song, or that's our song. You know, it was that type of moment. And I was telling this story to somebody a few days ago, and because we were talking about our kids and how we miss certain things, and then they grow up and whatever, and she was a bit upset. And I was telling her that story, and while I was telling that story, no lie, I literally broke down, like crying. Like, I'm not really like an emotional person like that, but for certain things like that, when it comes to my kids, I am. Like, happy thoughts. And I broke down. I was balls out crying, bro. Like, it was insane. I think this is the most vulnerable that I've ever been on here. The most personal that I've ever gotten with you guys, my audience. So just, yeah, now you know a little bit about me, right? I really don't share personal stuff at all, but I just felt like it was right to kind of just talk about this, and it all leads back to why I did this, because life is short, man. Enjoy everything about it, and if you work hard, make sure to give yourself everything you deserve, right? Your time is more important than anything else. Your experience and your happy experiences are more important than anything else, because at the end of the day, the things that make us happy is what really matters, right? I'll leave it with that. Anyways, I'm gonna keep enjoying my day. I hope you guys have a blessed weekend or week. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for coming back to tune in. Yeah, like always, let the force be with you. Ride safe and enjoy the ride, baby. Peace.